Welcome to the Speak and Get What You Want podcast, where you learn how to communicate like the world's greatest leaders. Hey, welcome to the Speak and Get What You Want podcast. Normally you would see TK and myself in a studio, but for those of you that are watching this episode, you'll see that we're walking across one of TK's properties. Now, the significance of this, and for those of you just listening, I'll explain. In an earlier episode, TK talked about giving a client who he was working with a Rolex. He was working with this individual. He wanted to close the deal, and he asked the question, okay, so what is it that you're going to do with this money? What is it that you really want? And it was that example of seeking out what they really wanted that caused TK to be able to develop a relationship with an individual that actually turned you on to this property.
Yeah.
So tell us the story behind this property.
Yeah. Again, it's just finding what people want. This was a property that ended up going back to the bank. The lender had lent out a bunch of money to the developer, and with interest rates going up and material going up, material getting harder to acquire because of COVID as time went on, they just ran out of time, ran out of interest carry, and then the project cost became so exorbitant that they just couldn't recover. So the bank ended up, the debt fund ended up taking the property back. It went through receivership, took a long time. And then we ended up buying it from that lender through a contact that I had made through that last deal. And so it just goes back to the long-term relationships that you can maintain and have when you really look at what people are really wanting and you make it about them. So when you can make conversations and deals all about the person who's either bringing it to you or helping you do the deal, they want to then help you. So if you can find ways to give them what they're looking for, what they want, whether it's a watch, whether it's just, talking about them, whatever it is, they can end up really helping you throughout your life for long term.
And people are sitting back going, TK, this is amazing. You must have been so lucky to fall into this tremendous deal. But it does go back to what TK was saying. As you can see, the property, and for those of you that are simply listening, you have to just take my word for it. The property is beautiful, but it all came back to TK developing the relationship with somebody based on a watch. And so on, during the podcast, we talk frequently about specific principles that really work, but oftentimes you think, okay, but how do they work? And so in today's episode, we're just simply walking around this property as an example of something that actually works. Something when TK took the principle, making it all about them, and then was able to, come upon this tremendous deal. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's really cool, really beautiful deal.
So as you think about what am I going to do to be better, take these principles that we're talking about and apply them to your business and watch what happens. Have a tremendous day, everyone.
Thanks, guys.